Should he pop off against him, considering that he just set him up, that he went after him, and he went after his bread, which is akin to killing a man? I'll be honest, man.
What? Like, these are the most, like, loosey-goosey thumbnails.
It's online. It's the internet, for fuck's sake. It's like, if you don't want to get approached by gay dudes, don't go to a gay bar. If you don't want to have your face photoshopped, do not take a picture and post it online.
If you do not want MrPokke's thumbnail with your face, with the word, the R word on it, don't say that word. I think that's pretty fair, right? Bro, CJ didn't even ask him if he should call me a terrorist. Like, should he? Like, he was holding me to a higher standard, right? I should have not talked about it. Should he also hold Saintontas to the higher standard? Bro spends the next 2 minutes saying why he shouldn't call me a terrorist. What?
Go ahead.
However, should he pop off against him, considering that he just set him up, that he went after him, and he went after his bread, which is akin to killing a man? I'll be honest, man.
What? What did he just say? What did he just say?
Set him up, that he went after him, and he went after his bread, which is akin to killing a man.
Oh my god, bro. Chat. I copyright struck Saintontas, rightfully so, by the way, for literally stealing my content, alright? For stealing my views by reacting in complete bad faith within such a short time frame when my video went up. I gave him a rightful legal reason to copyright strike that shit to protect my content. This is now akin to killing a man because I was going after his bread. I'm so sorry, Saintontas. Your art of Gacha Warrior, the tragic downfall of MrPokke, that was akin to ruining your financial career for... Oh my god, bro. Bro, that's actually just fucking crazy, bro.
I'll be honest, man. You, CJ, should know what I'm talking about, especially. Would you not say that coming after someone's bread in certain places in the world, you can get offed for that?
Let me ask you a question regarding this particular topic, right?
Yeah.
What?
Let's pretend we're both neutral in this case, right?
Whoa.
Wait.
And after someone's bread in certain places in the world, you can get offed for that.
Let me ask you a question.
Would you not say that coming after someone's bread
In certain places in the world,
in certain places in the world,
you can get offed for that.
you can get offed for that? Yo, VxV. What are you trying to insinuate here? You said I was going after Saintontas' bread for the copyright strike, which is akin to killing a man, your words, not mine. And then you follow that up with, if I go after someone's bread, in certain places in the world, you can get offed for that. The action I did, in your opinion, can get offed.
Let me ask you a question regarding this particular topic, right?
Yeah.
Let's pretend we're both neutral in this case, right?
Whoa.
Right. Let's just pretend we're both neutral, because I don't think either
I
one
am,
of
you're
us
not.
is neutral.
So you got to work with me there, bucko.
But
Oh, he is neutral, guys. Oh my god, bro, I'm so sorry. All right. He was neutral the entire time, right? Everything that he has been saying for the past, bro, we have been watching for 1 hour. Everything he's been saying for the past he was neutral, right? It's coming from good faith, right? He doesn't know anything, right? Like he is simply reporting, right? He's a news reporter as a neutral party. All right. Oh my god, bro, I'm so sorry, right?
Let's just pretend that we're both neutral in this scenario. I'm gonna give y'all my take.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you my take real quick, right?
Go, shoot.
If Saintontas gets a strike, I'm a neutral party. I've never interacted with Saintontas. Randomly, Saintontas gets a strike, CJ would be on Saintontas' side. Absolutely.
Yes.
I would feel bad for Saintontas getting a strike on his channel.
This is actually kind of crazy, considering the very same guy threatened to copyright strike CJ.
Skull CJ is a hangnail that I imagine can get worse if I don't put a stop to this bullshit right now. I don't care that he prefaced it as a joke. I don't care if he had the best intent ever. Honestly, do you guys think that vid should be deleted? I do feel like it is copyright strikeable.
And despite saying that, Skull CJ will still feel bad for Saintontas. Just like how MrPokke, right, despite everything that has been going on, right, despite every single insinuation or everything that I still felt bad for Saintontas for what happened in his Discord. He said if he was neutral, if he didn't know anything about the situation, I see. Except that for this particular situation, he said he understands it. Alright, he said he watched the video, and he still believes Saintontas was acting in the good faith, 100% by the way. So he knows at least this situation.
Right? Saintontas, not even a month before he got a strike, was trying to end another man's channel. Specifically said, I want to end his channel. I can get him 3 video takedowns as one, and his channel would be gone, right? So from a neutral perspective, I could see why it's not a scenario of black and white where, damn, Saintontas got attacked and his video got a strike because they're going after his bread. The person clearly showed no remorse or second thoughts going after someone else's bread or having someone lose their bread. So
Yeah.
why, from a neutral perspective, should I feel like what's happening to Saintontas is a bad thing? Or if I'm gonna say it is a bad thing and we hold him accountable for the other bad thing, like,
Bro, I just want you guys to know, right? Like, getting a copyright strike doesn't mean you're gonna be fucking banned from YouTube, by the way. Alright? Doesn't mean you're not gonna earn money anymore, by the way. It's one copyright strike. Bro is saying it as if I've ruined Saintontas for the rest of his financial career and is never gonna be able to make content ever again. That's what happens when we have 3 strikes. 3, alright? And even so, bro, he has a feed lover giving what? $500,000 US to help his legal battle with MrPokke, right? Doesn't really seem like a man that's in a lot of financial situation problems. You know what I'm saying?
you got a bad thing done to you, Saintontas, you try to do the same type of bad thing to someone else. I don't feel bad for you. I'm just reporting the situation.
I'm just saying, bro.
Because that's what happened to me. It's what happened to a lot of people. Like, just a normal react, and YouTube itself will deny the strike. Like, it's so strange.
It's so strange, guys. Oh my god, bro. Bro, taunters. Do y'all think it's strange? Y'all watching this stream right now, right? Do y'all think it's strange that my strike actually went through? Like, what could MrPokke have possibly done to gaslight YouTube themselves to make this strike a valid strike? Just food for thought, you know what I'm saying? Just food for thought.
Exactly. That's why I said.
Yeah, it's so strange.
That's why I said, I don't know why it went through.
No, I agree with you, man.
But it
I
went
was like,
through.
yeah, he's got a point
Right?
there. It's like, what?
Hey, that's why they call me Mr. Magic, right? I put on the fucking Shy Lily, the little hoodie, and it's just, whoa, and I just fucking Mr. Magic, oh, and there it is.
So that's that particular aspect regarding the strike. Saying that you side with one creator that's effectively has tried to end another creator's channel, that's where the your bias that people say comes from. There's nothing wrong with saying what's happening to Saintontas in the strike situation is bad. That shouldn't happen. But then also say, well, but He tried to end another creator's channel, so call it karma or
Nothing to do, by the way. Absolutely nothing to do with karma. I don't give a fuck that Saintontas wanted to issue 3 strikes. Whether or not he wanted to, whether or not he threatens, I don't give a fuck, right? My bottom line is, you stole my content. I'm gonna strike you for stealing my content. There's no karma, there's no retribution, there's no justice. It is simply plain and simple, black and white at the end of the day, right? So it is what it
call it whatever it may be, can have
get it.
sympathy in that particular scenario, right?
I get it. I get it. I can see why you, of all people, would not have sympathy for Saint's strike. I can see that.
And even in a neutral scenario, it's either you're going to have sympathy for all parties involved.
Oh,
or you're gonna
well,
condemn
hold
all
on.
parties
Well, hold on. There's a difference
scaring
between
me.
getting threatened by a gun and getting shot at by a gun.
So you're saying
I
that,
think those are 2 different things.
okay,
There's a difference between feeling threatened by a gun and being shot by a gun. Okay, this is an analogy, guys, right? This is an analogy, right? It's an analogy. So what is the difference?
Okay,
So-
yeah, of course, no one should threaten you. Absolutely. But the fact is, the gun didn't go off. But when a gun does go off, I feel like those are 2 different things, even in the eyes of the law. Like, one both are criminal in
Don't you
nature.
think it's more
Absolutely.
that the
I know.
gun went off
But
when you
one
missed?
is obviously a bigger.
VxV. There's no criminal nature as a content creator myself for wanting to protect my own content. There's 0 criminal nature, bro. Completely separate realms of discussion. This is the equivalent of like if a robber stole. All right, this is an analogy, right? In case y'all, if a robber stole my shit, and I went to call the police on the robber, hey, he stole my shit, and the police put the robber in jail for 90 days, then the robber's like, oh shit, he abused the justice system. That's what it sounds like right now, essentially. Right? So please understand the system a little bit more.
offense than the other. Doesn't mean one is exempt for threatening you. Of course not. Saint should not have done that or said that. And maybe this is me. This is where I might seem biased and shit. I think he was both.
Also, chat, feel free to dig up any of my live streams that I've ever done in my content creation. Bro, feel free to think if I ever threatened anyone. You better not say shit about me or I'm gonna... Feel free to dig. I never ever use copyright strike as a threat. Alright? Stop reacting, stop whatever. Never, bro. I couldn't give more fucks if Saintontas like did a 3-hour reaction, 10 hours talking shit about me, which is why for the past 25 fucking videos, I did nothing, bro. I didn't do shit. Alright? This is not about threatening with a copyright strike. Alright? It is about protecting your fucking content as a content creator. Do you think reactors... Alright, okay, bro. This is a whole big bag of problems. But who do you think puts in the work to get the slides? The script. Compiling the materials. Standing up, wearing everything, right? I had to put on a suit, right? Wear my glasses, right? Look at the camera, right? Practice my lines, right? And then my editors cleave and combine everything together. Do you think that takes more effort? Or someone sitting on their fucking ass and just yapping for 1 hour? Like, I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying.
And doing that.
wait, hold on, V.
That's what I think. He wasn't gonna do shit.
Wait, hold
You're
on.
not
All right,
gonna-
yeah, I did. It was AI Pokke. Yeah, Professor Pokke was actually an AI construct. Yep. and that
You're
was-
not gonna do that, Saint.
we have
Hey,
two
Saint,
people-
you see this? I knew you were full of shit. You weren't gonna do shit. I knew you were talking that
I
big
did
game.
get DM from
I knew
YouTube.
you were
You know
doing
that,
that,
right? I
we
showed
all
you.
know that.
Why is
I
he
showed you the DMs from YouTube.
Shit. He was boasting and doing that.
Wait, hold
This is me. This is where I might seem biased and shit. I think he was boasting and doing that.
wait, hold
crap.
on, V.
That's what I think. He wasn't gonna do shit.
Wait, hold
You're
on.
not gonna do that, Saint.
we have
Hey,
two
Saint,
people-
you see this? I knew you were full of shit. You weren't gonna do shit. I knew you were talking that big.
Okay, so when Saintontas threatens that he's gonna send Skull CJ 3 copyright strikes to VxV, oh, he wasn't gonna do it. He was just boasting. So whatever Saintontas says, it's okay, right? Because he was just boasting, right? It's banter, bro, right? It's just trash talking. It's fine. Even though he's gonna literally threaten 3 copyright strikes, which will immediately terminate Skull CJ's channel. It's just banter. Interesting.
Did
Big
get
game.
DM
I
from
knew
YouTube,
you were
know
doing
that,
that.
right?
We all
you.
know that.
Interesting.
I showed you the DMs from YouTube, bro, and I posted them on the video.
Yeah, you YouTube like
But hold on.
Okay,
You're saying
he did go on his channel and shit. Yeah. Of course, someone is gonna take it up on their mind to go and mass report you, man. Of course.
Then would it not be right to think that someone that is brigading another content creator's channel is probably at the wrong here? Who was the one that told his audience to mass report Skull CJ's channel live to thousands of people? Even if, let's just say, 1% of the 1,000 people watch that, bro, that is still 10 different reports, by the way. For 1%. 10 reports. Would you not say that individual probably has to take some accountability? Like, I'm just saying.
going back to what I was saying. You said that there's a difference between getting shot, right? Getting shot and someone saying they're gonna shoot you. I think it's different between someone shooting you and another person shooting you and
so
missing.
Basically,
it's different.
they shot and they missed.
Oh, wait. So, okay, that is a pretty interesting analogy. To be fair, Saintontas did shoot at Skull CJ, right? Like, he wasn't joking, right? He wasn't joking. YouTube told us to mass report. YouTube told us, get him, boys, get him, right? Bro, he shot, bro. He took his shot, all right? And luckily for Skull CJ, nothing happened to his channel. So it is what it is.
Yes, it's not like he didn't shoot because the messages went through. And the intention was there, so it could have very well happened.
Oh yeah, the intention was
My
there.
channel could have
He wanted to report your channel. He wanted that mass report for sure. That
okay,
was...
so now all of a sudden it's for sure. Okay, so it's no longer a joke. Yeah, he was not boasting anymore, right? For sure, the mass report intention was there. Literally less than 1 minute ago, he was like, oh yeah, he was just boasting. He didn't mean it. Yeah, he was just gonna say it. Yeah, he's farming aura, right? He's farming aura. It took 1 minute to completely change the perception of what's going on over here.
I could tell.
Oh shit!
I rewatched that clip multiple times, man.
Oh, you could tell. Oh, you could tell now. Oh, I see.
But yeah,
I see.
So that's that part of things. That's where I think that if we're gonna be commentators or reporters on this, we got the levels that we got to go to justify these people is a waste of time, because if we're commentating, it's just about explaining what's going on in the current situation. That's the reality of it. And the thing is,
explaining them comes across as justifying them when you talk about the psychology behind it all.
Explaining why they're doing what they're doing comes off as justifying why they're doing it, rather than just staying on topic of why it is that they're doing it. And the thing is, I have no problem. Like, people, bro, it is not hard to put yourself in a neutral standpoint when it comes to situations like this, right? Like I've said, I understand strikes are wrong. I'm not pro strikes, but I also explain why.
No, by the way, I'm not in this favor. I am the... Alright, you can take what you want, right? This is my opinion, right? This is my opinion. Feel free to have whatever opinion y'all want, right? If I'm gonna make a content, right, and I spend hours making a content, whatever the content is gonna be, I have every right to protect my content. Plain and simple. Alright? It's people in the React space, or like gacha, or whatever the place is, right? Nothing really goes on because it is by goodwill. It is by good faith. Right? Like I mentioned in my very, very first video, right? On like why I copyright strike Saintontas, right? It is because of good faith. And like when you are gonna react to someone else's content, the least you could do was at least give them the good faith that they deserve. Because you are literally using someone else's content for your own, right? For any React content. And if that person doesn't like it for whatever reason, right? For whatever, they have every right to say, hey, yo, can you take it out? Because it is their content. It is not yours, bro. Right? You didn't make it. So if someone is just not gonna comply, right? Comply. As a content creator, I have every right to pursue every tools necessary available to me, whether or not with YouTube or even through the legal system, I will pursue it. So it is what it is.
Now, I don't know if you saw, he had a call to action at the end of his video. Did you see that?
I have not heard about that.
Okay, well,
I saw Captain's side, which I think is totally fair. But I just knew Saint was gonna do what Saint does. You know, he's gonna throw a bunch of bars.
Oh my god, bro, I can't. Yo, taunters. You any taunters in the chat right now? So the defense for the thumbnails, I quote, Saint was going to do what Saint does. You know, he's going to throw a bar.
Bunch of bars. I didn't
A
want
bunch
to
of
hear
bars.
that about Cap.
Bars.
I like Cap.
So that is the justification because Saintontas is gonna do what Saintontas does. Again, bro, not everyone, right? Not everyone. But VxV is definitely a taunter. And I would not be surprised if there are a lot more taunters out there that have the exact same thought process as this individual. Saint is gonna do what Saint is gonna do. Bako is gonna Bako. And if you don't like Bako, then you are trying to get bad. And they want to
know.
Dog, you gotta start
I
calling
didn't
some of
wanna
the
hear
bullshit that we be saying, all of us, bars, bro.
Sorry?
You gotta stop calling some of the shit that some of us be saying as bars, because a lot of these things ain't bars. Especially whatever Saintontas says. If some of the shit I say is goofy as fuck, but trust me, whatever Saint is saying is not bars. If some of the stuff I say I can tell you is not bars, and you can say that shit cringy as fuck, trust me when I tell you, don't refer to whatever he be saying as bars, bro. Motherfucker do not have no bars. But
because I think like the way I view it, maybe it's just my perception, but it's like you guys are like, it's obviously like internet type of shit talk. So
what? Oh my god, bro. It's obviously like an internet type of shit talk. This is the internet type of shit talk. Yo, chat. I don't want to make any guarantees because this never happened. But what do y'all think will Saintontas' reaction be if I ever drop a thumbnail like this for Saintontas? Imagine if I made a video about Saintontas and I had his face over here and I had his name over here and I just screenshot his shit completely out of context and I just say call the police. What the hell do you think Saintontas is gonna say? I don't even think he would say, bro, he's gonna sue me, bro. You know for what? Defamation. Right? He's most probably gonna be suing me for defamation because it is not true. And it is a extremely serious allegation or whatever thing he's trying to insinuate over here. Over texts that aren't even real, by the way. It is that he's completely made it up. So just some food for thought, right? Just some food for thought.
that's why I view it like that. It's like you guys should be rappers or some shit. It looks like a low-key a rap battle to me.
But
In
going
some
back to the thumbnail, bro.
In some instances, sometimes of course it's not. Like shit gets real.
She belongs in jail, and we want Saint to off himself, then we'll be happy.
Rap battle.
Right? We look at that particular thumbnail, right? You know the message, the original message is doctored, right?
Doctored?
It's edited.
Doctor.
Yeah, I know what doctored is, but it's like, okay, so he changed. You mean he changed the
So
thumbnail?
the original
or?
message reads out rawr. Hold on.
What the fuck? Oh my god, bro.
The original message reads out as, I don't even know where the fuck the original message is. The one where he replies to, she replies
Bro,
to
no
someone,
laughing.
the other person that says,
Bro, no laughing.
basically, it's that we want him to off himself and we'll be happy, right? And it's a reply to another person's comment. You remember that?
So I got debuffed, but Saint asked his chat. Anyone lives in the UK, you should call the police.
Debuffed.
Okay, so what
Debuff.
debuff my? No, I just yeah, I got debuffed. Like I kind of ADHD a bit. I try to do two things. I fucked up.
This man just said he got debuffed. Bro.
Yeah, I read because like this shit is red. Like when you tag me, it's like that shit is red.
Bro, I got crowd controlled by Automatron, bro. Bro imprisoned me. And then when I've been the useless fucking shit that she is, she didn't cleanse me enough. So my Jingyuan just didn't go, bro.
Kinda caught my eye.
I didn't want to do.
It's not ADHD there. My apologies, man. So like, what was doctor?
Okay, so the original message was a chatter asking, or a person in her Discord asking, wait, what happened in text stream? What did bro say? And she replied, basically saying we all want Saint to off himself and then we'll be happy. It was a reply to the message. If you look,
She was sarcastic.
No, but that's not the point. The point
Bro, it wasn't even she was sarcastic. She was replying to this chatter who asked what happened in Tectone stream. These were what Tectone said. Tectone was being sarcastic, so she replied to bro on what Tectone said. She wasn't being sarcastic. She literally just replied what he said on his stream.
it says basically saying, it's clearly a reply to someone else's question. If she was sarcastic or not, that's not the point. The point is the actual message, right? When you say basically saying we all want, it's clearly a reply to someone else. You're explaining something to someone. And it's clearly not your words. She's not saying we want Saint to off himself. She's saying that that's basically what another commenter or another message or someone else said. When that same exact message gets put out there as, we want him to off himself, then we'll be happy, she belongs in jail, it is a very different message.
Okay, I really, really wonder if VxV can see the difference between this message and this message. Because if he can see what this difference and what this context is about, there's legitimately just zero way a taunter can ignore and not let Mr. Bago take accountability here, right? It is so clear that the objective of what is happening on this thumbnail is to insinuate that Kate wants to say this. And if you want to say, oh, you know what, it's a bad thumbnail, I will change it. Bro, he kept up 8 different versions as he added more and more edits while still keeping the narrative of that video, which is basically weaponizing Discord screenshots. That's basically what it is, right? He's weaponizing Discord screenshots. He didn't want to do.
Gets put out there as, we want him to...
Let's give it up a little bit.
You at one point said you understood why people looked at my thumbnails, which, by the way, at this point, we gotta be honest, even Tectone said, out of everybody, he thinks I've done the least damage because all I've done is just chill.
No,
Like,
that's
all
just
I've done is
internet
talk
crap.
shit.
Like if you can't handle someone
Chat, I'm almost
photoshopping
done.
you,
I'm
you should have
almost
stayed a VTuber.
Like,
I'm
we
almost done.
talking about a cum dumpster and it hurts to walk, bro. Like, these are the most, like, loosey-goosey
Bro,
thumbnails.
it's online. It's the internet, for fuck's sake. It's like, if you don't want to get approached by gay dudes, don't go to a gay bar. If you don't want to have your face photoshopped, do not take a picture and post it online.
Oh my god.
Like, these are the most, like, loosey-goosey
Bro,
thumbnails.
it's online. It's the internet, for fuck's sake. It's like, if you don't want to get approached by gay dudes, don't go to a gay bar. If you don't want to have your face photoshopped, do not take a picture and post it online.
If you do not want Mr. Bogey's thumbnail with your face, with the word, the R word on it, don't say that word. I think that's pretty fair, right? Going by this train of thought. If you don't want to lose your 50-50, just don't lose your... Okay,
That's how it works.
Okay, so...
You're right. Now, for me, you're totally right. The one thing I'm saying is that I kind of had that I was like, you know what, is when obviously the party that's targeted by the comedy there, since we're trying to be this, you know,
This is a comedy. I must have misheard. This is a comedy.
party that's targeted by the comedy there, since we're trying.
What is the comedy, bro? Targeted by the what is the comedy? What is the comedy about this thumbnail, bro? Oh, community? Okay, community. Okay, I misheard. Okay.
It should be this,
Okay,
you know,
fair enough,
somewhat cleaner.
I
type
misheard,
of
Jet.
internet.
I
Now,
misheard.
of course, in the grand scheme of internet, this is fair game, absolutely, 100%. You shouldn't get mad at that. But since we're trying to be, you know, more civil, we're trying to be more civilized out here in the gacha space, I would say, you know, let's just respect their wishes. All right, let's just, you know, take it down a notch, considering how sensitive, you know, people are virtue signaling. Oh my God.
Oh my god, bro. This guy's not real, bro. Okay, wait. Yo, taunters. Is this your thought process? Bro, because whatever, bro, like I said, VxV does not represent everyone, right? But he is a taunter. Yo, taunters. Is this your thought process? So if people do it to Mr. Saintontas, it's too much. And if Mr. Saintontas does it to other people, it's just, bro, internet is really, really sensitive. Take a joke. Is this genuinely your thought process behind this entire ordeal that has been going on for the past 2 weeks? Please don't be upset. I was super. Oh my god, that's crazy.
God, Epstein and shit. It's like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? It's like the current topic, like everybody's talking about it. So, you know, just out of respect is all. But I do think you are within your right to do that. It's the internet. It comes with the territory. Doesn't mean it's okay.
You are within your right to make a thumbnail like this. Okay, Chad, you know what? He's technically not wrong here, right? You are well within your right to do whatever the fuck you want to do on the internet, right? It's well with. It's a free world, right? It's a free world. But it doesn't mean you are free from consequences. You want to do whatever, bro. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, right? But if consequences does come for you, is that fair? W bogey endeavor.
This means, hey, it is what it is.
Okay, so regarding the thumbnail of we want him to
I better hear some V's bias towards CJ now, by the way, because this is what I usually do,
Well, no,
right? I better hear that now.
Anybody with the
How is he? Okay, you know what, bro?
logic, and when I say anybody, like I said, I was on call with Tectone today, and Tectone said the same thing, bro. My thumbnails, there are nothing at this point. They're just literally just banter and shit talk. But my question to you, because this is one of the things that yesterday when I was reacting to this, like I actually got triggered by these thumbnails, bro. Because bro, it was 6 between titles and thumbnails. It was 6 thumbnails changes in a matter of 2 hours, and 2 pinned comment changes. That's how you know shit, like they were aware of what's going on. And the thing is, the first thumbnail wasn't even, bro, the first thumbnail wasn't even the worst one. And then the ones that came after that proceeded to continue to escalate it. So it's not like the first thumbnail that came out was like, oh, this one's kind of bad. No, it just kept.
Yo, sushi potatoes. Are you in chat? Hello. Are you in chat? Hello. Going once. Going twice. Is he in chat? God damn, bruh. He's not here. Bro, I would love to see bro typing some shit over here, bro. Pokke talking about thumbnail when his first Saintontas video thumbnail was so wild, guys. Yes, my first Saintontas video thumbnail was so wild compared to this. It was so wild, guys. When I used Mr. Saintontas' exact words, and never did I once a single time in my entire 1 hour video insinuate anything about, not a single time. The only 4 instances that R word appeared in the entire video, every single instance was coming from Saintontas himself. Yep. Every single instance. I did not bring up that word a single time in my entire video. Compared to this, yeah, but MrPokke's stuff is way worse because our supreme leader, Mr. Buggo, his feelings were hurt, right? He's he's really, really emotionally traumatized because of the thumbnail. When these are the thumbnails that bro is basically making up. Yep. Exceptional.
Escalating and escalating and escalating. I'm like, bro, what's happening here? So, without any explanation as to why the person thinks that way, what's your take on Saintontas making a thumbnail with a doctored message that says we want him to kill himself and we'll be happy. And the person in the thumbnail deserves to be in jail. What's your
Shouldn't
take
do
on
that.
that?
Duh. Shouldn't do that.
We know he
Shouldn't do that, duh. Bro, this was after they spent like almost 10 minutes going through why this was bad, by the way. 10 minutes later, VxV finally changes his stance. It is no longer just a joke, right? It is no longer, oh, just internet beef, all right? It is just a rap battle, right? It's just bars, right? Saintontas does what Saintontas want to do, right? Now, oh yeah, duh. Shouldn't do that. Took bro 10 minutes. And then
shouldn't do that. What?
You have cooled your last cool, my man.